This is a brand new power supply from Astron that was sent to me by Gigaparts. They asked me to do a review and to use it during field day. So I got to use this power supply during field day, test it out, put it in the field, see what it's capable of. And today we're going to talk about it coming up.
Shut up and sit down.
Thanks for joining the channel today. My name's Jason, KC5HWB, and this is Ham Radio 2.0, where we do reviews, news, and how-tos of things that are new in amateur radio. So the newest power supply from Astron is the SS-30M-AP. So this is a 30-amp power supply. It's it's a little bit heavier than the MFJ, but it offers more options than the MFJ. And the only reason I compare it to the MFJ is because that's the one that's sitting on my bench that usually I am using. I've got an MFJ here, and I got an older model that I could take out in the field sometimes. This one right here has power poles on the back of it with 2 ports on the front of it. This guy here has 2 power pole ports right here on the front, 2 USB ports on the front, a really nice meter, which I'll show you here in a second, and then that's the power switch. On the back, we have a fan, and it's just a standard computer plug power cable right here, the three-prong plug, and then these are your positive and negative terminals here. You could do a voltage adjust on this part right here. Got a little set screw here. The positive and negative terminals have set screws in them on the back that you can see right there, which you can put bare wire into that side. Voltage 1, small fan. Right there. Here's a good shot of the front here. So that's there, and just really nothing on top. Here's the label on the back. Just like that. Model SS-30M switching power supply. DC output is 13.8 volts at 25 amps continuous. 5.2 volts at 3 amps continuous. That's the 2 USB ports on the front. It's made for indoor use only or for use in a controlled environment. We used it outdoors at field day, but it was definitely a controlled environment. So that is that right there. Let's plug it up and see what it looks like. So here we are with the power on. Shows at 14.3 volts, which of course you can adjust that with the set screw on the side. If you really want to set it to 13.8, can certainly do that. I wonder if I have my screwdriver around here or not. Right there. Do a voltage adjust. Do a voltage adjust here. Oops, hit the camera. Okay, turning it left makes it go up. So now I'm at 14.9. Would think that turning it left made it go down, but it doesn't. There we go. 13.7. $13.8. Kind of between 8 and 9. Kind of a touchy potentiometer here, but it's not bad. There we go. Okay, so if you want to be a real stickler about having it at exactly 13.8, you can do that. You can totally do that. So pretty easy to adjust the voltage on that there. Of course, these are 3 amp USB outputs right here. 2 power poles right there. Let me find something to plug into the USB. I'm gonna plug in one of my. I'm gonna plug in this. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna plug this Radioddity GS5B, which is micro USB chargeable and programmable. The back there. I'm gonna plug that into the USB port on the amp or on the power supply and see what changes on the meter. There we go. Okay, so I got that plugged in. I don't have the radio plugged in yet. This is a really long USB cable. Ha! There we go. Now the radio is charging. And it's not really showing to draw any amps from that. But it does show the radio charging right there. The red light's on the back of the radio. It is charging. It's not really registering on the meter. So let's put... let's put the Flex radio on it. Hold on one second. Let me do that. There's that. Okay, now the Flex radio is powered down right now. So I'm going to power up the Flex radio and see if the meter changes. Aha, and there you go. So the Flex radio is booting right now. It's got the green flashing light. And when it comes up, it usually draws about, according to the meter on the MFJ power supply, which is right to the right here. That guy right there. That's an even touchier potentiometer on that one. According to the MFJ meter, the Flex pulls about 2 amps sitting idle. There we go. 13.8. And I'm going to... Yeah, the meter on this Astron likely is much more accurate. Okay, the Flex is completely booted now. It is sitting idle. And I have this Radiodity radio still plugged into the USB port, and it's drawing about 1.5 amps. That's good. That's really good in my opinion, because like I said, a lot of the times the Flex radio will sit idle on the MFJ power supply, and it tells me that it's drawing 2.0 amps. Now that is with, I just had to adjust the potentiometer for the voltage on the MFJ power supply, but generally it's sitting about 13.7, 13.8. It was at 13.3. I think I was messing with it earlier for another video I'm recording. But yeah, so this one right now is sitting at 13.8 volts and drawing 1.5 amps from the power supply, and the Flex radio is sitting idle. So that's pretty good. That's pretty normal for a Flex radio. So we used this at Field Day, like I said, which was June of 2021. Had no issues with it. Really nice and lightweight. A little bit bigger than the MFJ 30-amp power supplies, but it offers a little bit cleaner signal as well. It's got a better meter on it. The MFJ's got the MFJ's got a digital. The MFJ I have in the field has an analog meter on it. This one sitting on shack has a digital meter on it. But I really like the fact that the power poles are on the front of this power supply, because it makes it a lot easier to plug in radios and move around and do kind of stuff like that. If I want to have one radio plugged in permanently and then I want to do testing on radios, which I do here in the shack, this power supply might be an excellent choice for that. And 2 USB ports on the front is just, it's getting to be more and more commonplace these days to have USB ports on everything. So I like the fact that it has USB ports on it too. My Buddy Pole and my Bioenno solar charge controllers that we used at Field Day also both have USB ports on them to charge directly from the battery and or solar panel that you're connected to. So, and some of the Bioenno solar panels have USB ports on them as well. You can charge it directly from the solar panel without even having a battery in there. They have kind of a small little built-in charge controller in some of the models. Features on that might vary here and there. I'm told that Astron's coming out with a new version of this exact same power supply that's bigger. So fingers crossed I'll be able to get one of those in my hands and review it as well. But anyone who knows anything about power supplies knows the name Astron. These guys are not fly-by-night. They're not new. They've been around a long, long time. Tried and true, very well-respected, well-known name in the world of power supplies. So anything you get from them is going to be pretty darned quality controlled, quality tested, and good for the long haul. So 73, let me know if this type of power supply interests you. 2 USB ports, 2 power pole ports on the front, 1 terminal connection, 1 set of terminals on the back for positive and negative. What else would you like to see on an upcoming power supply? You know, I wouldn't mind if the USB ports were a little bit farther separated, because the plug, if you put one of those rubber boots around your Anderson power pole plug, they get a little bit thicker and it's hard to put 2 of them together into the power supply. So I wouldn't mind seeing just a little bit of separation. I haven't tried it on this one, but it looks like they're the same width. So I would like to see the power pole connections move just slightly, ever so slightly further away, so that these dust cover protected power pole plugs that we use, especially in the field, would fit in there a little bit more nicely. But other than that, I think I'm pretty happy with this power supply. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching today.